what were you able to kind of accomplish today in practice?
What we set out to accomplish, today's our situation today. We come out with a lot of third down emphasis and, third and short, third and long, and some red zone emphasis. So just got done the things we had outlined we wanted to get done today in our routine of getting ready for the game. So it was good.
What was the response? Obviously, we talked about, Jamal, sorry, I mixed him up. Lost a DB yesterday, we talked about that, obviously it's Cortell now too. What was the response from a few certain guys in practice, and how do you get around that?
Really, it hadn't come up. It's been next man mentality. We kind of addressed it right away with the team. Let them know what was going on and where we stood, but what we needed to do moving forward, and we've just been moving forward.
What are your thoughts on Washington State now that you're deeper into game week and the bowl game's approaching?
Just like originally, they're a good football team. They're a team that feeds off of each other. Obviously, they throw the ball around a lot on offense, and if they're doing well and having success, the defense feeds off of that, and they raise their level of play. And you can see it on their special teams as well. They're a football team that play hard. They play well in the system, but they play together and they feed off of each other.
How do you handle that air raid offense and the constant throwing? Is it anything that you've ever played against before?
No, we just, we go out and we do what we do. Their offense is their offense, and how we defend it is how the University of Miami is going to defend it. We got we feel like we got some really good players and that can match up with their receivers, and we feel like we got some good guys up front that can, rush the passer. So we like the position that we're sitting in. We like our football team, and we're just going to go out and play our brand and our style of football.
Coach, you got some great El Paso weather leading up to this, but it looks like it's going to change on Saturday. Any thoughts on prep for that kind of weather?
No, just go out and whatever the weather is that day, we got to go get done what we got to get done, like today, and we'll do the same tomorrow, and we'll do the same Friday, and when we get to the game, and whatever that is, we got to put our helmets on, we got to suit up, and we got to go play. So whatever the conditions are, we'll be ready to go play the game.
Hey, Larry, I know we've asked you this before. You seem like pretty emotional kind of guy, and I remember after the Pittsburgh game. At these practices, do you ever look around and think, again, you might not know your future now, and this could be one of the last times I'm with these kids, and how are you thinking about that stuff at all?
Just going with the day.
Right.
This is the day that we have, and I was fortunate enough to wake up this morning and get going. So we're just going to take it day by day and attack what we got to get done, and we'll deal with that when it's time to deal with it.
How proud are you of the job you've done?
I'm proud of the young men. I'm proud of what they've done. It's just, you go out and you just lay out the plan, and they're either going to buy into it or they choose not to. We talk about it all the time. It's about a choice, and each and every one of these kids that made a choice to come together and rally around each other and play for the university that they represent, and play for each other, and then compete. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask them to do is to buy into that, and they have.
What's your kind of review, I guess, of how Brad fared after the concussion, his second half of the year, and kind of the way he was able to bounce back there?
I think he just climbed right back in the saddle. He talks about, it speaks right to his mental toughness. That's not an easy thing to do, to climb right back in the saddle and know that, you're still going to get more of an aggressive pass rush and those things that people are going to try to really, get after a little bit to test your toughness and your mental toughness. And he stood right back in the pocket. I mean, he's been hit since then, and he's been right back in the huddle next play, and he's done a really good job. And I think the support he has of his teammates and the guys around him is important too, and that's because they believe and trust him.
Do you think did that open eyes at all? Did that open eyes at all to you or the staff or anybody just kind of seeing him go through that? I know.
No, anytime you bring a kid to the University of Miami all the way from LA, and he comes in and he doesn't get there until summer, and he emerges as your starting quarterback, you got something special. So no, it's a surprises, not at all. You kind of seen that mental toughness part of him from day one.
Larry, how about that? Sure, Danny Isadora. I know he's still in yellow. Is he going to be able to go?
Yes, Danny's going to be ready to go.
Okay.
Yep.
You think he'll be fine?
Yeah,
Okay.
he'll be fine.
Coach, in the past, Twitter's become a big local story here because of some negative things that were tweeted in past games. Your guys have been in great behavior, but see anything like that. Do you have a Twitter policy, or what do you tell the kids when you come here about what they are tweeting and doing things like that?
No, one thing we don't have a ton of rules for our guys. We just want them to, you know, be respectful. We just tell them to, you know, be mindful of that, you know, if you do things like that, you're embarrassing yourself, you're embarrassing your family, and you're embarrassing your university. And the bigger picture of that is just, you know, be men. Be men, you know, we know we're gonna make mistakes, but learn from our mistakes and be men about it. So no, we really don't. It's just those guys kind of patrolling themselves.
Coach, can you just talk about Rashawn and his career, and just what are his strengths?
Which one?
Rashawn Scott.
Rashawn Scott?
Yeah.
He's grown tremendously, you know, as a young man. And I think, like we talked a little bit about yesterday, everybody kind of matures at their own rate and at a different speed. And he's gotten to that point, you know, as a senior that he understands that, you know, again, make good choices and work hard and do things right, and good things will happen. And he's starting to reap some of the benefit of that.
All right, last question, guys. You guys have a good group of receivers. You touched on that a little bit. You know, just a lot of guys that can do different things.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about that?
Yeah, they're a versatile group. The thing we love about them most that they know they play together. They play for each other. And they understand that there's only one football. But everybody, you know, through it all, you know, you got 3 receivers sitting at, you know, pretty close to 700 yards receiving. So that tells you that one, that's a you know, it's a pat on the back to them. They just continue to work hard. They know there's enough balls to go around. And that they're going to have a chance, and when they have their opportunities come, they just have to make good on them, and they have. And then it's, you know, we have a fortunate enough that we have the quarterback we have that understands defenses and understands where the ball needs to go, and therefore, you know, depending on what the defense does, the ball goes where it needs to go, and guys are making plays. So it's a team thing as well.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.